Hello there folkies, welcome back to my YouTube channel, a place where I discuss different topics, usually about spirituality, but this time is gonna be a discussion about a game, a presentation of a certain game that a friend of mine gave me a hint about, and they told that he and his team that they are working. They created a game called MA-3 Day by Thejaspel, and they threw me a link towards it on itch.io. And well, I actually asked him if I can present his name, and he actually said of course go for it. He didn't know that I would present it. Now that's not much of a problem because if I want to present a certain idea, I'd rather make a video out of it, even if when I present certain ideas, it's usually something that's gonna take a long time because I prefer diving deep. Now it also depends on how I, let's say, click with the game, so I may not necessarily provide too much value if I don't feel too connected, but come again, whatever I provide is just my own point of view. Now I may be, and I'm definitely much better on the design part rather than on the coding, but well, after almost 18 months in game design as an indie designer and well, very small time developer, the point is I might actually have some experience over this. Okay, and of course I have my own styles, and I'm looking forward to improving people's awareness when it comes to video games. Now the game site in here, it's actually the same and in the link in here. So let's see, it actually has some tips about the game, and okay, there's someone who claims the things are well done. Okay, so let's see, the controls are arrow keys or WSD, so it shouldn't be that hard. We have enter or return for pause, bomb throw for X. Okay, so I guess there will be bomb throwing in the game, like I wouldn't have guessed. Directional bomb throw, arrow keys or WSD plus X, jump, continue. Okay, what button is continue? Maybe space, I don't know. If it's 2D, I doubt it would be space, but I think it's 2.5D if it says jump. I mean, RPG Maker has jump, and glide is gonna be Z times 2. Okay, I'm gonna fuck up a few times until I get used, I guess. Okay, so it's a little game in which 3 people seem to have taken the initiative. So we have programming and some design, the art and the music part. It's nice that a few people get to band together and create some games. At times I wonder why the fuck am I still the only one who's creating their own games, and mostly because, well, I'm so into adding a lot of stuff into the games that I'm sure other people may not necessarily cope with it. Okay, so let's hit the magical button. Oh, it's actually made with Unity. Okay, so if it's made with Unity, that means one thing. It means C#, and if it's C#, well, aside from a kind of a very verbose language, it does mean one thing that JavaScript doesn't have. It means multitasking. But the way the game looks, I don't know how much multitasking it would require. So it's MA-3 Day. Okay, I don't know what this would stand for. Hopefully the game can actually give us a hopefully the game will give us a hint towards that, because it would be somewhat sad not to. So the intro is a bit blue with pink. The flashy start, okay, not a bad point. Blue and pink kind of make me think of cyberpunk. Now the music ain't necessarily cyberpunk, but it does seem to have a hint. This thing, I really don't know what it would be supposed to mean. Probably an eye, 0 points. A target, like a dummy target, for practice archery, something like that. And then we have what looks like, I think it's a female with a blink on her left eye, and I think this should be a cap. Probably this would be an insignia or something. Well, now the question would come, how do we start the game? Probably a click. Nope, the click doesn't work. Press any button. Okay, so I pressed enter. Okay, so this one actually is a robot or something that's floating. Okay, so this is technically a sprite that has this animation. Okay. How do I communicate? Oh, okay. How do I continue actually? You're going to find your path. Oh, okay. This gives a bit of a Mario feel to a certain extent. Okay, so technically this character and the little robot kind of give the impression of how to say newbie and his little robot. Not to be 9S, I think. Oh, jumping would have been much nicer if it was on continue, you know, on actually space. But okay, it's apparently on Z. Okay, so let's see. So Z is not enough to glide. Let's get used a bit with the controls apparently. So we have directional bomb throw. Okay, so technically we're throwing bombs and I don't see any kind of ammunition. Wait, I wanna get a hang of... Okay, you can't actually jump on the robots and then jump higher. Okay, so in order to glide, one actually needs to keep the direction button pressed, left or right. Okay. And if you press... Okay, jump already. Wait. Okay. Wait. Always... Okay, so one press of Z and then the second Z has to actually be kept. Okay, that's interesting design. Okay, let's actually see. Can I actually jump over there? No. Alright. Look out today, spikes. Maybe we should turn back. Huh? It's kind of funny that the character is behind this, so kind of gives me the impression that there are multiple layers, and usually these games have multiple layers just like RPG Maker. Let me guess. Ah, okay, so that's not a limitation. Ah, okay. So it doesn't block you on this like Mario would. No, the older versions where once you reached a certain level you couldn't move back. Okay. Huh? Oh, so now you can actually use the robot for a jump. Oh, okay, it automatically applies itself back, so I'm guessing that's an event here that does that. Okay. This would be something like in RPG Maker, there's kind of there's an event type called touch event. Once the character touches it, you see it does this, and then it triggers this. I don't know exactly, but in Unity 3D I think there's a wall event. You put like a kind of a wall, and if the player moves through that, it triggers the event, so it's kind of still a touch. Okay, this can be a bit misleading, but come again, it's not a problem. Okay. And hold up to throw higher, and throw down to throw at your feet. Just be careful. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so apparently you cannot be hurt by your own grenades. I like that. Yes, I know it's apparently not logical, but a game doesn't have to be fully logical, okay? Okay, so up till now it seems really simple. Oh, the colors actually changed. Do they actually mean something? Oh. Okay, so we need 3 bombs for the sucker. Okay, so the way it's moving up and down is like I'm not doing anything. Is this some kind of a state machine that kind of doesn't know what to do? It's like, okay, staying in here and then in here. Is there some kind of enemy approaching? And okay. I think that's a heart. I don't know exactly. Oh my god, really now. Oh, come on, really. Wait, the other. Really now? Alright, WX. This kind of reminds me of Tom and Jerry. Except the fact that Tom and Jerry, the game that I knew, it also had the aspect of taking a life if you would fall from a distance too high. Okay, this actually has spikes. I don't even know if I should be here. Okay, so you can't destroy the spikes. Okay, so we have faster characters. Actually die or... Oh, now it's green. Okay, I really love the colors. Locked door, okay. The face is actually quite cute considering it's made out of, I don't know, 4 colors. I think 1, 2, 3... I don't know if this white is the same white as in here, but it seems to be just like 3 colors. It's nice that people can actually use, you know, like 3 or 4 colors to create something that's apparently so lively. So let's see, maybe I can blow it up. Maybe we can find a key. Alright, yes. Let me guess, the explosions never work, because why would you add a door if you can simply blow it up, right? Really not, so I have to be a dummy. Let's actually go to the left, because I'm a leftist to a certain extent. Tag, you're it. Tag, you're it. Now the AI could be a bit more challenging though, but I'm guessing this is just the beginner part. Well, you look stronger. Technically, I don't know if I'm stronger. I don't know if my animation is a bit faster, although I kind of have the impression the animation is a bit faster, but could be just me. Okay, so... Oh, okay. see, I'm a bit curious about that. Okay, so the event limiter is here. Okay, the event itself is here. If it does this, I think there's definitely something to check in here. Oh, I actually found... Okay, so these fuckers are a bit more annoying. Okay, so I tried the... Well, at least trying this is not hard apparently, but it's not gonna always work. Huh? This reminds me of the Lost Vikings. The mob simply disappeared, although I didn't kill it. Okay, so that's where these cars were actually at. Yay, and we glided! Okay, let's see. You're just gonna stay there and piss me off, like literally. Wait, did it do this when I was at first doing that? I don't recall. Oh, 3 hearts, one near the other, okay. That's kind of a lot of hearts, one near the other, but it's good for beginners. Oh, so no special button for opening the doors. Okay, not bad. Oh, okay. A change of song, and now a pink background. Not bad. Wait. A bit. If you press the Z button a bit, it jumps a bit. If you press it a lot, it jumps a lot. Can I actually bait the AI, or is it just gonna shoot? It's nice that nah. Really now? You can just bump into them and you push them away. Well, at least the game over is not, you know, one of those heart-melting songs. It's a bit more cheerful. Okay. My god, I just feel like my granny did. Okay, I don't need a heart right now. Usually the way these are popped up, really now? Where the fuck did you actually appear? Oh. Okay, I'm guessing I just have to keep moving. Well, at least by accident I got it. I got another one of these little squirmlings. Alright, let's Really now you're becoming more annoying than ever. Let's see. Okay. Oh, we actually go on the path. Oh, the robot can actually help me even while falling. That's not bad to know. Okay. Okay, let's see. I could expect those, I could have expected those spikes. It's not necessarily something devious, but expectable of these things. But at least I got a hang of the gliding part. Okay, let's stay in the middle for whatever reason. Really now. Alright, let's see. So we need to move further. Okay. At least I don't have some super challenging AI, at least not for now. Okay, let's jump in here. Oh, we actually have two doors. The sound made when those grenades are thrown. They kind of remind me of Mario when jumping. Okay, so it's really now. Oh, not you again. Oh wait, could have actually killed it, but okay. Get lost for me. Okay, let's see. I get the impression that that thing can actually be destroyed. That's what can actually be called bashing your head against things. And of course, out of the one, specifically on that centimeter of spend an eternity if needed to wait. Okay, let's see. Where were those things so that I don't land on them again? Okay. Yes, I took off part. Is that a common event like in RPG Maker, or is it something that you have to script every time? The one with I found the key I can open a door. Okay, and there's another dummy door. Alright, let's see. Anything in here worse? Wait, what? My head is too big. I can't fall. I can't fall. Okay, that's fine. Have I been here before? Okay, apparently the map is closed in there, so... Let's see, where do we find the key? Okay, the key to life. I almost jumped into it again. I must like pain apparently. Okay, so apparently I blew a hole into that. That's the directional throwing isn't bad. Let's see, can I actually... No, I think I have to aim the throw. Really now? I had an impression that those things can actually be blown to bits. Finally I found a new heart. Okay, let's actually... Okay. Really now you lose a life when you're teleported back. Yeah, I found another part. Yes, as I was saying, these are repeatable. These are repeating text boxes, so the question is, do you actually have to script them again and again? Okay, so I think not that direction. Okay, I was kind of stuck in there, so okay. Oh, you can actually counter their shots. Didn't know you could actually counter their shots. Okay, as I remember, okay. Design is always following me. So apparently the AI ain't that dummy. Let's actually position ourselves. Alright, let's see. I think the key was in here. Okay. Is there anything more in here? No. Alright, where was that point? Oh, yes. I actually got Okay, so let me guess. If I fall from here, there is definitely nothing on this side of the map, so I could actually take this thing back. Okay, so those were the spikes that I need not fall onto. I actually need to jump over them again. Okay, so one thing I like about this game is that its design is so simple, but no, it's not just some kind of a game, there is some challenge to it. I mean, the gliding part definitely isn't something that looks, you know, you could actually easily program, but again, I'm not too good regarding programming itself. Of course, yeah, I've done some programming in JavaScript. Okay, let's see. Anything in here? I think I've been here before. Any aliens here? Nope. Alright. Was this thing even here before? I don't remember this. Oh, okay. Alright, now we can open the other door. I don't know if I was in here and this thing pops after you do certain things. Oh, 2 of the sperm rings, okay. Really now? Can't see shit. Okay. Camera could move a bit more. I don't know if it would be much of a challenge to change it. You know, the camera should stay only centered on the player, but oh, these remind me a bit of the cannon shells from Mario. Do these things actually have fixed trajectory? They kind of seem to do. Although their spawning times seem to be variable. Oh. Really now? Really now? Okay, you know what? Let's actually try and take it from the beginning. That's what happens when you block a projectile with your face. Yes. Oh, even when you touch it, you still take damage. Alright. Now this kind of reminds me of those events with the fish popping out of the water in Mario. Really now? Really now? The positioning of that mob is so silly. I mean, well, I don't think it's actually silly. I think it was intended to be so. Okay, now, these things aren't difficult, but for some reason I feel that I have these granny reflexes. Alright, let's see. Really now? I kind of love this jumping sound for some reason. Nah, not you again. Okay, let's actually kill ourselves because I'm more comfortable having a lot of lives. Oh my gosh, really now. After my grandmother's burial, it's like I don't know exactly why, but I'm feeling like I'm having so much of her reflexes. Like, I've been doing jumping puzzles in Guild Wars 2 and like I'm collecting all the shots in my face instead of actually dodging them. I love this jumping sound. I don't know what those things are supposed to be, flying daggers or whatever. Really now? Really? Do they bounce one off each other? Okay. That looks like a spiky situation. Do you wanna get spikes? Nah, is that even a trap question? Okay. I just wanted to see whether those spikes actually damage you, but okay. Okay, I'm getting strong. These color contrasts can be a bit confusing, but well. Okay, so there is a little key in there. Oh hey, look, there's a monster that's pooping on me. Kind of reminds me of those annoying clouds in Mario that would always throw those things after you that would turn into mobs that would always simply do nothing else than... Oh, but of course, you know, you can also jump, like literally. Really now? Okay, I killed the fucker. Good. Now that we succeeded in killing that magnificent creature, I think I need to slide a bit instead of just jumping. Oh wait, the door was the other. Oh look, some spikes inviting me to fall in them. Guess what, I actually did. Okay, there's a living hell in there. And again, the camera ain't helping. Okay, really now? Okay, let's actually kill ourselves. Okay, let's actually kill ourselves every time we fuck up, because that's a bit more annoying than I expected. Okay, so honestly I'm not in the best mood for playing games. But come on, again. Wait. Okay. Let's see. Now let's actually check if you can actually jump through here. Well, apparently you can. So that sliding part wasn't necessary. Alright, let's see. It's gonna drop a bomb in here. Oh my god. Okay. My god, that's so annoying. Stop pooping on me! Oh my god. So the point about that is, okay, like, the shadow of that thing is still creeping on me, I know. Being hyperly defensive. Oh. Alright. So the way to beat that thing would be to kill the kill that thing that's shooting towards me at the same level. Or maybe I could even do this. Really now? That was it? Oh, okay. Okay, let's actually slide in here. Now that let's see. We need something like this. Let's actually take this other heart as well. We just verified whether those spikes actually deal damage. It's the part that you've been missing. Day. Ah, okay, so Day I think is the name of the character. So I think that... Oh, so the pause still works. Let me guess. This is the end of the game, okay. So yeah, before I even started it, I forgot to mention that this is kind of let's see. So I think this is it. So this is part of a game jam, so one simply may not necessarily, you know, accuse them. Oh, 247, really? An angel number that I keep seeing. Okay, the magic never stops. Okay, so this game was created by the team as part of a game jam, so that's one reason why people should not expect too much. Now, coding a certain game is not as easy as it may seem. Creating the sprites and the animation, creating the music also. These also take time, and depending on the game jam session, some game jams can last a week, some game jams can last one day. It depends. Now, some people might ask, what kind of a game can you make in one day in RPG Maker? Well, you can make a big game depending on how fast you can implement things, but in Unity it will be, you know, like much more difficult for that to be just one single day. I think there are several days, a weekend or a whole week, I don't know exactly. But all I can say is, well, the game's not bad, it's a bit challenging. I'm still kind of tired, more like spiritually tired rather than physically tired, but that also applies. But it's okay, I don't feel bad about not doing good in the game. At least I promised my friend that I'm just gonna test it and give it some honest advice and, you know, honest conclusion and opinion, not try-harding the game, because the game doesn't seem hard to, you know, try hard. Now, the point about try-harding a game is it always happens after you do a game, you know, like several dozen times, and after that you know, like, exactly by the fraction of second when you should do a certain thing. So it kind of doesn't have any sense to me. Like, I played the game, I finished it, okay. Like, I don't need to play a game several times because I'll get better with each time, hopefully. And the point is, you know, if you get better at doing the game, it's like more expectations and more attachment, they definitely don't suit me, okay. So all this being said, well, thank you Thejaspel, Gangs Robin, and especially Sonic Linkerman for sending me this piece. It's not a bad game, it's actually a good game. Now, if it were an RPG Maker game, I would be a bit more critical because, well, depending on how much imagination you have and how well you'd want to use it, you could make something similar in RPG Maker. It would be a bit more challenging through the perspective, but that can also be arranged through terrain limitations because you know, RPG Maker is WSD movement. You can move up, down, left, right. This one is more like just left, right movement, just like Mario. I don't know how this genre of games is called, top downs, but it's actually a little lovely game. Now, I don't remember how many tracks it has, 2 or 3. and you know, seemingly 8 bits, they seem a bit repetitive, but that's actually the whole sense of it. Okay, someone who can actually make you know, good music, catchy music, or immersive music by, you know, just taking 4, 5, 6 different sounds and putting them in a loop. That's technically what this, for example, this song that you're hearing is nothing else than a loop. You have several sounds put in a certain order, and basically you have 2 seconds or 3 seconds of music that are, you know, that are just simply loops. Okay, someone who can actually make great music out of this, it's actually very good. Now, of course, great music, we won't compare this to classical music or whatever, but for a little game, made it for a game jam, I would definitely give it a 10 out of 10. Now, I'm not a game designer critic, but I do believe that the amount of imagination I can have allows me, and well, 18 months of, you know, indie design allow me to have a certain opinion. All this being said, keep up the good work, take care, and well, whatever you're doing is the best you can at the right pace for you. I'm also looking forward to jumping into Unity, but I have to finish my RPG Maker games, at least the first one, well, I've been slacking towards for a while, but well, let's stick to the game. The game is cool, keep it up, hopefully you'll make a sequel or something like that. It becomes a bit challenging at the end, especially for casual players, so yeah, it's not bad. The AI seems very simple, but well, in the end, such games don't require, you know, a super advanced AI, and to my point, kind of AI is a bit lacking in many, if not most of the games. But come again, the game is very simple, it's packed with some action, it's a bit cute in a way, and it's nice to see that people can make, you know, interesting games with just a few graphical assets that require just a few colors. Okay, like you don't have 200 colors in here, you just have 2 main colors, a bit variation, and well, that's it. Just some ingenious coder, some great animator, and some quirky music, and well, piecing them together you get a cute game. Well, keep up the good work. Whatever you're doing is the best you can at the right pace for you. Keep improving, and well, you're loved and appreciated. Thejaspel signing out.